Good morning. It's an honor to be speaking today. It's an honor to be a member of this congregation. So, just to loosen us up after that beautiful meditation Livy offered, a few really bad Lenten jokes. Are you ready? Okay. I was going to give up lunch meat for Lent, but I just couldn't quit cold turkey. I'm giving up negativity for Lent. Oh, we'll see how long that lasts. And then here's one I told at the annual meeting. So you're welcome to join in the, whatever you call that, the answer. Do you guys know what the Buddhist monk said when he saw the face of Jesus in a tub of margarine together? I can't believe it's not Buddha. That is a worthy joke. Let us pray. We thank our souls, our angels and guides, and the mystery we call God, Goddess, Source, Love, all that is, for guiding and blessing the speaking and the hearing of this message. As we deepen into the sacred portal of our compassionate hearts, we listen and process in accordance to our highest good, the purpose of our souls, and the well-being of our blessed planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let all the people say. And so it is. For the third Sunday in Lent, I'll be reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. Slide 1, please, Bob. Yeah. And Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit, returned from the Jordan and led by the Spirit for 40 days in the wilderness. And there he was tempted by the devil. He ate nothing in those days, and when they were over, he was hungry. And the devil said to Jesus, "If you are the Son of God, command this stone to become bread." And Jesus answered him, "It is written, one does not live by bread alone." And then the devil took him up and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time, and said to him, "To you I give all their authority and their glory, for it has been given to me, and I give it to whom I please. If you then will worship me, it shall all be yours." And Jesus said, "It is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve only him." And then the devil took Jesus to Jerusalem and set him on the pinnacle of the temple, saying, "If you're the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will give his angels charge of you, to guard you. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." And Jesus answered him, "Do not put the Lord your God to a test." And when the devil had finished every temptation, he departed from Jesus until an opportune time. Here ends the reading of the gospel. Let all the people say. I'd like to take a moment to be, for us to be in the silence of mindfulness meditation. We talked about letting go. I'd like us to have that experience of letting go. So I invite you to sit in the majesty and stillness of a majestic mountain. Slide 2. Oh, I skipped something. Hang on. So let me backtrack a little bit. Lent is a time to awaken and to deepen into our inner divinity. It's an invitation to return to what Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore called headquarters, the inner sanctuary where spirit dwells. In this stillness, he said, we remember who we truly are, spiritual beings, whole and holy, endowed with the power to rise. The wilderness journey that we are venturing on this Lenten season arises out of our foundation of deep faith and trust in God. It offers us the opportunity to make conscious choices, to choose who and what we will serve, and often confirms for us the direction that our soul has planned for our lifetime. Many of us feel led into the wilderness. We are alone in stillness and in silence, with time to meditate and pray, releasing all potential distractions and just saying, here I am, God. Guide me, lead me, so that thy will be done in me. Let me be a vessel of your Holy Spirit. My favorite poet, Rumi, put it this way, and I burnt it into my mantle. Rumi said, the greatest battle is to do battle with oneself. The greatest adventure and most difficult task is to enter into the darkness of our own being and come face to face with the mystery we call God. The sword of the warrior is needed for this journey. Let it be a sword tempered with love and blessed with the wisdom of understanding. Until there are no battles, the ego has surrendered, and everything belongs and is accepted. Slide 2. The monks set out on their walk for peace with the intention of encouraging us all to practice daily mindfulness. The truth is that until we have inner peace, like Libby said, there will be no outer peace. For me, mindfulness meditation practice sets and continues to set the foundation for my ability daily to notice, to process, to release, to come back into my heart when I lose my way. So I'd like to take a moment to be in the silence together, to practice mindfulness, and I invite you to sit in the majesty and stillness of a mountain, and as the lights dim, simply be very, very present to yourself as best you can, while focusing your attention on your breath at the belly. And if a thought occurs to you, which it will, if a distraction arises, let it go. Let it be like a cloud passing by the mountain. If your mind wanders 1,000 times, bring it back to your breath 1,000 times. Doing this helps train the monkey mind. It moves us out of the crazy beta brain, thinking, doing, controlling, and brings us into the alpha wave of being present, where we hear that still small voice of God. And there's no need to measure your experience. It's all good. It all informs you on your spiritual path. It's a deepening practice of letting go. It's like teaching a puppy to sit. Do you ever notice they don't sit the first time you ask them? Except we're teaching our minds to be still, to notice, to let go, so that we can walk our soul path. I will ring these bells. Let them be a call to come back to your breath at the belly. It will be a brief 5-minute meditation, but you'll be surprised how distracted we can be in 5 minutes. So just notice, hear the bells, and release, and let go. And let us begin. Just staying with your breath at the belly. Just this breath in, just this breath out, as you sit in the majesty and stillness of a mountain. Coming back to your breath if your mind wanders. Just this breath in, just this breath out. Coming back to your breath at the belly, should your mind wander. And just noticing that while the world continues its activity, you have chosen to simply sit in silence. Just this breath in and just this breath out. And for a moment, notice what happens if you allow a half smile to come to your face. Now coming back to your breath at the belly. Noticing how you feel sitting on your chair in the stillness and majesty of a mountain. And if this practice interests you, you might want to consider continuing it during the Lenten season and perhaps beyond. Take a moment now to give thanks and slowly open your eyes and stretch as the lights come back on. Did you notice what happened when you allowed a half smile to come to your face? What I find is that I might be in my frontal cortex thinking or being real serious, and all of a sudden I'm taken back into the center of my head, into that place of inner peace, to that sixth chakra. So there's a fun little tool if you haven't used it before. Each one of us is challenged, like Jesus, to align our will with our inner Christ or God consciousness. And our will allows us to manifest in the material world. Our will isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with having will. We have to have will as human beings. But we manifest what we align with. And the stages of our spiritual journey can be perceived as third, fourth, and fifth dimensional consciousness, the stages of our alignment, the natural human progression. I depicted it as a mountain, slide 3. You all have the handout, I believe, of this. Anywhere you find yourself on the mountain is okay. It's good. It's all good. So beware of judging where you are. You are where you need to be. Many have started their journey long before you, and many will start their journey long after you. So there's no comparison to compare. It is to despair. We're all in the process of where we need to be. And just because we have tasted 5D bliss doesn't mean our spiritual growth is over. It's just a little easier. Slide 4. So in 3D consciousness, this is the ego stage. The third dimension tends to be fear-dominated. It's an unrestricted exploration of power, of winning, losing, struggling, dominating, manipulating, of being the offender and being the offended. The victim, rescuer, persecutor dynamic prevails in the 3D stage. It's a stage of suffering and of attachments. Feelings of helplessness, worthlessness, abandonment, lack, unsafety, resentment, victimization, powerlessness, self-hatred, anxiety, guilt, and shame dominate the third dimension. We've all felt them. Emotional wounds and their protective patterns are created and established in 3D, along with the distorted self-preservation beliefs our psyche creates to keep us safe. Here we're often in emotional and physical pain. We get triggered, we react, we act out, we project our feelings and motivations onto others. And codependency thrives in 3D. The soul's torn apart in 3D consciousness because when we live in duality and separation, it's an attack on our soul's natural integrity, unity, and wholeness. As the ego pursues power on the outside, the soul has a growing sense of unworthiness, of unease, and anxiety eats at the inside until we realize, hey, this just isn't working for me. What if we personally and as a nation are being shown and experiencing the drama and trauma of living in 3D duality right now? How many think that could be possible? Yeah. This time is an opportunity to see our own shadows, our dark, violent, reactive, egoic side, addicted to power, money, material wealth, fame, and substances, and realize this ain't working. How many want to stay in this space? Raise your hand. This is when we start to listen to our soul calling out to us and inviting us to cross into our inner wilderness. Slide 5. Slide 5, please. Thank you. No, that way, yeah. The fourth dimension is a necessary bridge. It's a wilderness passage into the fifth dimensional consciousness of divine alignment. You can choose which bridge you prefer. The adventurous ones will probably take the lower one. The top one may be a little more safe. I know when I drove with my mom over the Mackinac Bridge, she just didn't like it if I drove, so she was on that side, you know. Some of us don't like that unknown, those heights. As we leave behind the third dimensional duality, as we take this bridge, this vortex, if you will, into the fourth dimension, we begin our inner work. Slide 6, please. And this is where spiritual growth can occur. It's the greatest growth right here in 4D. There continues to be duality and suffering and emotional wounding in 4D, since we need these things to trigger us to show what needs healing. Remember, what's in the way is the way. So it's good to remember that those who trigger us, even today and even on the national scene, are helping to fulfill our spiritual desire for oneness with God consciousness. In 4D consciousness, we get glimpses and tastes of the bliss of 5D consciousness. And this occurs if we hang in during the tough times and do our necessary inner work. As we process and release old dysfunctional comfort zones and open up to new healing spaces within, we're blessed with spontaneous moments of divine awakening, bliss. I think all of you know that experience. All of a sudden it's peaceful. All of a sudden it's beautiful, even though it's crazy around you. Maybe you have those when you meditate or when you're outside, or all of a sudden you're doing the dishes and you're just realizing how amazing it is to just do the dishes. Slide 7, please. As we progress into 5D consciousness, we can clear our energy and heal without suffering. Here, our will becomes an extension of our heart, and the heart guides the ego's focus. The drama of the third and fourth dimensions has been released because ego is now aligned with our compassionate, empowered heart. The ego is now a tool for our spirit, helping us to manifest the love and light in our own unique ways. It works. The ego works with our intuition, our angelic helpers. And we notice and sense that we are being more and more guided every day. It's beautiful. Our soul path is beautiful. And the Christ energy unites through acceptance. Imagine being in 5D consciousness and having a sense of acceptance. No pushing away, no grabbing onto, no struggle, just acceptance. I have a feeling those monks were in that space when they took their peace walk. All accepting, fearless. and yet human. In 5D, it's easier to process, release, and heal. It's not even a question if we forgive. In this higher consciousness, no offenses are taken and none are given because everything belongs and is accepted, as Rumi said. We can't force ourselves into 5D. We can't buy a program that takes us into 5D, although we may have a momentary experience. It's a natural progression as our heart opens and our ego aligns with our Christ consciousness. As that happens, we have more divine awareness, and we vibrate the energy of this divine awareness. This week, you and I are encouraged to notice our temptation to be attached to the duality of 3D, good, bad, right, wrong, separation. And in that holy moment of noticing our attachment, no matter how long it takes, say yes to healing the old wounds and perceptions that lie beneath our reaction, that keep us stuck in the 3D reality. Our hearts are like beautiful, fragrant flowers, opening petal by petal, and at their core, at the very center of the flower, the magnificent golden light of God we call the Christ consciousness within. It is the Christ energy within that maintains our sense of oneness in the face of duality, that allows us to be centered in the midst of chaos and to see from a higher perspective. Slide 8, please, Bob. And so I would like to take you on a little guided visualization to observe from a higher perspective. Are you willing? Huh? How many of you remember sitting on a swing at the park? Like one of those canvas swings, but not the ones that get real tight, but comfortable one? Yeah, holding on, right? Okay, so you can look at the slide or at your handout. Do you see the threads of golden light coming from the top of the mountain representing our connection to God? Do you see the large, stronger thread of golden light coming down from the top through the middle of the mountain? Now imagine these strong threads of golden light are holding a comfortable golden swing. Imagine that your consciousness is being invited to sit on this magical golden swing. And feel free to close your eyes if you like. And the lights can dim gently. And sitting on the golden swing, hold on to the strong threads of golden light to your left and to your right. And allow yourself to be safely and gently lifted up, higher and higher. You're lifting out of the trauma, drama, and chaos of the heavy 3D duality consciousness. You're entering through the portal into 4D consciousness. You might feel the fourth dimension energetic struggle to understand, to heal, to release victim consciousness happening right now. You might be aware of the energy of processing and releasing. Perhaps you pass through smooth light blue patches of divine bliss as you rise safely, gently pulled upward, and you notice that the boundary between 4 and 5D becomes more colorful and less dense. You might notice a cleansing waft, a cleansing smudging of white sage, lavender, and jasmine. Fill the air and come over and around you. Let it refresh you. As you continue ascending up into 5D consciousness at the top of the mountain, here the energy is one of infinite, unconditional love. Feel the blessing, the love, the the peacefulness beyond measure, and take a moment to just soak it in. And here, sitting on your golden swing at the top of the mountain, you might notice a being of light, an angel from this higher realm, who invites you to observe the levels of consciousness from the still, quiet, centered God, Christ consciousness. And the angel beckons you, look down at the 3D realm. See the chaos and the mental and emotional confusion. Notice how heavy the energy of the human body looks, weighed down with expectations and shoulds, struggling to find their own unique way to survive by trying to change their outer circumstances and the people in their lives. Now, the angel says, feel God's compassion for them. See the rays of light and love being sent down to help them awaken and rise. Now send a blessing to all creation living in 3D consciousness. Then the angel asks you to observe the fourth dimension, the bridge between duality and Christ consciousness. Observe, the angel says unto you, those coming through the portal into the 4D wilderness are ready to begin aligning their egos with God's love. Some have suffered great loss, and out of desperation have put up their hands to God. God hears them, the universe hears them, and has compassion for them. And the golden rays are sent out to guide them, to those who can help them to grow on their wilderness journey. Those in the middle of 4D, continues the angel, are doing their inner work. It's a struggle to let go and not try to control, to trust that they chose this life and these situations in order to grow and enter into their soul's chosen path. See them progressing, processing and releasing thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, perceptions that no longer work for their highest good. Now, the angel says, feel God's compassion for them as they struggle to let go. Feel God's compassion for their human journey. And see those patches of light blue bliss that are sent out on the golden rays before them. And as they step into the bliss, they realize this love, this flow, this ease is what I've been working towards. It's what I want, and makes the journey all worth it. And now from your perch on the golden swing at the top of the spiritual growth mountain, you bless those on planet Earth who have stepped into the 4D wilderness and are doing their very best to align their will with divine will. And now the angel says unto you, look higher up into 4D consciousness. See how the struggles are fewer and farther between, because they've learned to trust their growth process, to trust their intuition, to honor their feelings. They're growing faster, processing and releasing, trusting God and knowing they are loved just as they are. They now realize that the universe has their back, has become more of a flow. Their intuition and creativity are strong, and they are aligning their life with their gifts, honoring the purpose of their souls. See how they commune and mingle their energies with nature. See how their love is growing beyond their tribe, beyond their species. And bless them. And now, says the angel, look into the 5D light blue bliss consciousness just below your feet. See how their love now extends to all life. See how their joy is contagious. Their love flows out of them. See how much time they spend in these beautiful still patches of blue bliss. Notice the gentle, sweet, harmonic vibration of love. It's quieter here because there's less need to talk. People are more telepathic and communicate energetically and intuitively. They are mindful, centered, grounded, humble, inspiring, and fully present in their daily life, chopping wood, hauling water. They live in the world but are not of it. They've aligned their ego with Christ consciousness, and from this space they manifest. It is a consciousness of amusement, of love, compassion, kindness, joy, and the world mirrors their peacefulness. Take in a nice deep breath of this 5D light blue bliss consciousness. And the angel says unto you, now it is time for you to return, because the time for the message is up. So hold on to those golden threads. Sit firmly on the golden swing, and at the count of 5, you will arrive back in the sanctuary with your heart full of divine bliss. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming back fully into your body, feeling yourself on your chair. And 5. And when you are ready, allow a smile to come to your face and slowly open your eyes and take a nice stretch. I'll close with one short saying of Rumi, another one that I burnt into my mantle. It's under the first one that I read, slide 9. Love is the essence of my being. Love is fire, and I am wood burnt by the flame. I love this saying. Let love move in and adorn this house until myself ties up its bundle and leaves. And what remains is God. Thank you, and God bless you all.